Yes, friends, we're back once again here. It's the ESL Pro Series, and we've got myXMG and 3D Max playing any second now. Semler, how are you doing, man?
I'm chilling out, man. I'm just excited to be looking forward to another best of three here between two very top tier teams. Now, 3D Max, myXMG. This, and by top tier, I mean even tier. Because Dignitas, they were the expected winner in that last match. I mean, they were pretty much, the team to beat. There was no getting around that. But in this best of three, I expect much closer games, just because both of these teams are pretty even as far as experience, just experience, skill, whole 9 yards. This should be a much more entertaining match.
I agree. I actually have been looking forward to this best of three. Kind of unpredictable. Hard to say who's really going to win it. 3D Max probably some sort of slight edge, but then the map picking stage kind of made that all really weird. So I mean, it's gonna be exciting. I hope you guys have enjoyed your evening so far, and you're gonna invite your friends, get them to watch a little bit of Counter-Strike with us here, and we'll be doing this for quite a number of days. So so there's still obviously more coming up. Just to let you guys take a look at the bracket here before we get on, so you can get a bit of a feel for what kind of teams are actually in the mix here. So still some pretty exciting teams that should be playing. Dignitas, obviously we saw them earlier today. Navi all the way towards the bottom of the bracket here, and we're just getting started. So the bracket is not too exciting to look at right now, but later on, it definitely will be. Now, we are going to be on Overpass, and I'm going to switch it on over to the map, even though not quite everybody is ready. I feel like it's still more exciting than watching us on a black background. So, Overpass, by the way, will be the first map. Second map is Cobblestone. What on earth, Sumner?
I love it, actually. This is myXMG's map, man. They can do some real damage here. So, I mean, they played against the Norwegians just the other night and trounced them on it. So, clearly, this is kind of like their ace up their sleeve. Like, this is their go-to map. They've been putting work in on it. They feel confident on it. And they're trying to work it into their best of threes. So, I'm expecting big things out of myXMG on this map, at least.
Yeah, I am too. It's always exciting to see Overpass. Actually, I've been having a weird experience lately. Is that I really enjoy watching Overpass as a map. I really don't enjoy playing Overpass in matchmaking. So I don't know. I feel kind of divided on it. Maybe it's just because we haven't had great results, but playing it seems sometimes somewhat worse than watching it. And Cobblestone, we don't get to see that nearly enough, so you know, that's always exciting as well. I feel though like we've been actually avoiding a very serious topic all evening, Semler. It's like it's skipped our minds, and I feel like we have a responsibility to the general public to address this issue, which is that why has the Skype HUD changed so much? Who changed Skype? The way the whole layout is, I can't find anything. All the smileys are now big and weird, and I just want the old Skype back.
What?
So I'm putting it out there right now. Whoever is in charge of Skype, just don't do that, or at least give us the option of having it the old way, please. I can't live with it.
You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go ahead and give a shout out for balance. Then go and check out Wired, because it's by developers, ex-developers of Skype, who are putting this together, and it's looking pretty. It's looking pretty snaz. The new Skype, yeah, I updated it the other day, and it looks horrendous. So I mean, you know, Skype, of course. What can you expect from Skype, really? It's like it's designed to be a monster.
I don't know, and apparently, I thought I was the only one, and for a while I was even questioning if it was just me or if I had lost my mind. But apparently Joe Miller also had this problem. He tweeted about it earlier, and it's worth mentioning Joe Miller now that we're on the ESL channel, because apparently he's back at working at ESL with D-Man as well, and there's a really real chance they're going to be doing Counter-Strike, which is super cool as well. He's having the same issue with Skype, which is that it's randomly capitalizing letters in his sentences, and mine does it too, and I'm losing my mind over it. I have no idea how to fix it. So I'm not the only one.
I wonder if there's an algorithm or something behind it that's like judging when the capital letter should be there, because what was it? Know.
I thought for a moment that it was just like it seems to be mostly the first letter in any word, but when I type next, it'll capitalize every letter except E for no reason every time. Oh, it's so frustrating.
Right, so now I know what to expect when we talk. Okay. I know that you're not just trying to be dramatic or sarcastic or anything like that. Because I thought that was Skype, like, it's got, like, this inbuilt program now where it's just like, okay, this is called sarcasm mode, and we're just going to, like, capitalize a bunch of random things, you know, as if, you know, try and take me seriously. But I guess not, Anders.
So
you're letting me down.
Yeah, no, it's so bad. I have no idea how it does it. I wish I did. I wish I did know. I can't figure it out. Well, hopefully there's going to be some help for Joe and myself later on. Maybe other people are hit by this affliction too. We'll see if we can't figure it out. We are just almost having everyone on the server. Of course, Bot Jerry or Bot Martin not going to be part of the game here. But actually, it seems like, yeah, we're just missing... No, we're missing nobody. We just need Karan to tag up with the 3D Max tag. And we'll be good to go, of course. Introducing the Finnish team for a short while. It is Disturbed, Xart, Reflex, Karan, and Natu as the ancient and quite experienced in-game leader. And on the myXMG side, it's Hunden, it's Asilian, it's MSL, SMF, and Freeze. So a bit of a mix of both 1.6 and Source players all around, and should be kind of fun to see them play. This team is a really unpredictable one in my opinion, because they actually have some pretty damn good players. They're just wildly inconsistent.
Yeah, that's it. It's just the consistency. One thing that we did note though is that SMF was playing like a madman the other night versus Norway. So, well, we'll see if he can bring up that kind of level tonight. I think everybody's going to have to play top tier CS, however, to be able to handle 3D Max, because Karan, Reflex, I mean, these guys, they're capable of doing some serious damage. So we're going to have to see if the Danes are going to be up to the task tonight. Second Danish team we're going to get to see tonight. So, you know, screw diversity. You know, this is turning into ESL Denmark.
Yeah. Danes playing the Germans, the Danes playing the Finns. It's getting out there. Although I think this time the Danes are the slight underdogs, which is fun because one of them is named Hunden, which does mean the hound in Danish.
Yep, the hound.
Yeah.
Does he have the helmet though?
I don't know. I keep being tempted into making Game of Thrones references, but unfortunately all of the hound's quotes are all somehow swearing as well. So, you know. It's, as hilarious as it would be to get the ESL channel banned from Twitch, I'm not sure it'd be a comfortable thing in the future either. Asilian and Freeze left, obviously. Knife round actually does matter a lot on this Overpass map, as it is kind of like Nuke, only sometimes even more CT-sided, at least until people figure out how to play on the terrorist side a little bit better. So, great start for myXMG, and once again, welcome back to the show here. This is the ESL 1 Pro Series, and we've got myXMG and 3D Max, and it's the Winter Edition as well, which, I don't know if this caught your eye, Semler, but the fact that this is called the Winter 2014 group stage almost sounds like ESL want to do more in the future as well. I don't know if they will, but just the naming of it made me think this could almost be like a seasonal thing. Ah.
Yeah, maybe. I mean,
start the theories, guys.
Get the tinfoil hats out.
Exactly.
To me, though, it's still a lie because winter isn't even here. Like, we're halfway through December in Sweden, and it's raining outside Anders. But I don't even know what to think anymore. Where's the snow?
Snow. Not in Scandinavia.
I don't understand.
Well,
I didn't sign up for
actually, in
this.
Sweden it will be. In Denmark, there's not going to be any snow no matter what. We've given up hope a long time ago that would ever happen. Freeze and Asilian. Doesn't look like Overpass the kind of map where it will snow ever. So they're not waiting for snow. They're waiting for 3D Max to show up at this A-bomb site. There's only 2 people holding here, which is actually a bit of a risk on the A-bomb side, I would say, in a pistol round. That could be really scary. But they are going to try and see if they could do it. They do have the smokes for it. They just used the one that they had, and SMF is down here as well. I think myXMG are quite convinced this is going to be a B push. It seems like they have sort of a setup that revolves around it, and it looks like they're going to be wrong. And look at 3D Max. They have so many grenades.
Yeah, 3D Max have got all the nades they need. Now, the question is, can they put them to good use here? 3 guys holding on the A site now for myXMG. Hunden is rotated in, and he's taking advantage of the new position here. Basically, where they replace the stairs with the spoil, or the spool, rather, in the little box.
And look at the stub. He's planting right in front. That's so great. The change allows you to do that as well. He just walks right in at the edge. That's beautiful. Asilian is here, trying to defuse with the kit. Is he going to be successful? They're trying to shoot through. He's still alive, and oh, what an upset for 3D Max. They really had that so well planned out. And then, I don't know, they left the bomb on for too much of a timer. They should have set it to 3 seconds, and it would have been a great round. At myXMG, they end up winning it with a bit of a sneaky defuse from Asilian, and that's going to be a second round coming up now. That was crazy.
I was way too close. And what's worse is, like, it's insult to injury. You know, they use the smoke against 3D Max. So myXMG, they pretty much get a freebie out of that one. That shouldn't be allowed, and that's going to be really disheartening here for 3D Max. Just because now, well, at least they have the plant. They got the plant and the pistol, but I'm sure that they were expecting, like, okay, everything's gone according to plan so far. We should be able to hold this. Wait, what? And now we're back to pistols again in the second round. And that's not very fun when you're on the T side of Overpass.
No, definitely not. I mean, somewhere out there, Sparkles is excited about the situation, you know. Someone smoking and diffusing. It only happens like once every 6 months, but then, you know, that's all right. Freeze, CSET 75 in the corner, and again 3D Max wanting to see if they can get close, but they do a lot of damage, and Freeze was even ready to stab someone if there was going to be more people coming through. But again, it's Sicilian being the hero of the round, picking up another 2 kills for himself, and making it, making it a 2-0 for myXMG, not really losing anybody, and they do actually instantly buy the AWP and Freeze, which is kind of exciting.
We have to see what kind of level he's going to be able to bring with the sniper rifle tonight. He seems, talking about consistency, Freeze is one of those guys. Either he's on and he dominates, or he's like way off and he doesn't really have an impact with the rifle. So let's see what he's going to be able to do here. So far, myXMG, they have taken over control of Sewer, actually, really putting quite a bit of attention down there to begin with. How about nobody showing themselves from 3D Max, despite the fact that 3D Max are on the B side of the map.
SMF and MSL are in an interesting and curious position here. I'm not sure I'm a big fan of the way they're holding. It feels to me like one flashbang in here could really screw up this particular hold, but it's not the first time we've seen it, so we'll see if they're going to be able to do all right. Xard, flashbang goes in. MSL is right there. They line up for him, and he's got help from SMF as well, so actually works out perfectly. Now they're going to smoke off and fall back to safety, so the one flashbang, it happened, but it wasn't nearly as effective as I had imagined.
Sometimes that flash doesn't... Yeah, exactly. It's just not going to get the job done. That was also really nicely done there by myXMG. 2 rifles stacked up and, just staring the pipe down. Wow. Now the question is, where did 3D Max actually rotate through mid, try and get to this A site quickly? Problem is that Hunden is already rotating back up there. He's going to be in position now to stop this push from coming through, and 3D Max are going to have the door closed right on him. Freeze lands the first shot to start, and it's just going to fall apart from here.
Cillian still in a good position. The headshot. Oh, but they're going to get the bomb plant. Xard actually comes through with that. He takes the Cillian down as well. Still in a 1-on-3, a very tough position. He almost takes down MSL. That's actually a bit of a victory if you think about it. They were in a 3-on-5. They get 2 kills. Sure, the AWP is going to be saved, and they get the bomb plant when he was basically in a 1-on-3 or 1-on-4, in fact, when he got that bomb down. That's pretty good. So I mean, a shame they had such a bad turn down towards the sewers area down here, but the follow up wasn't that bad from 3D Max. They still won't be able to buy, but we expect them to lose a lot of rounds here on the terror side. If they get 4 or 5 on this first half here, they're going to be all right.
Yeah, if they can get 4 rounds even, I think they'll be happy, especially after having lost the pistol round. Like, that's how important the pistol round is on T side Overpass. Like, it's very tough to win buy rounds versus a solid CT team. So 3D Max, if they can get 4 rounds out of this half, I think they should consider themselves lucky. Now the question is, can they actually get some damage done? Because they have invested somewhat in this round. CZ's picked up for them. So if they can get close quarters, if they can at least find a way onto a site, or at least get up close on a site, and I'm thinking it's going to be a site here, they may have a chance at least getting another bomb plant.
Yeah, maybe they can. I mean, they've been pretty successful at just running in on top of the smokes and doing it. And you can see Disturb does have a smoke. So again, he's putting it down right for the plant here. And he's in with the pack, just punching in the numbers any second now. And looks like he's going to be successful again. And they pick up some really good kills behind it. Freeze finally coming through with 1, but he's also got to be careful. He has to wait for his teammates here and do a full retake. Otherwise, things are going to get ugly. He goes down as well. Natu picking up the kill. Great job, Natu, with the follow-up double kill now. And MSL all alone retaking 1-on-3. A great turn of events here. 3D Max shutting down myXMG. Great round from them. Very impressed.
Absolutely. And they do manage to save some guns off of that as well. And talk about a huge round right there for 3D Max, and talk about a huge mistake from myXMG, losing 2 pistols. Well, again, CZ's up close. It's going to be rough to even hold that if they do manage to close the gap. And in the chaos of the smokes, the flashes, everything coming in onto that A site, it can get a little hairy there. Just solid play from 3D Max. That's what we can expect from them.
Yeah, definitely. I think myXMG were a little bit too confident that they could just get the kills through the smoke. And, once you're reloading and you haven't got the kills and they come out of the smoke, that's when things get a little bit uncomfortable. Nice boost up from Freeze. He just jumped up towards the birthday party and got that opening kill on Reflex, who's been pretty, like, Reflex is just the guy holding the back line, essentially, over here, while everyone else is doing something over towards B. That seems to be the standard setup almost for 3D Max. So this time they've kind of lost that, but they're still just soldiering forward here on this side of the map, maybe looking to get an entry if they can.
Yeah, slowly but surely, they've still got a good number of nades, all the crucial ones. I mean, 3 Molotovs, 4 smokes, that's a lot to work with here for 3D Max. This is looking like it's going to be a play here eventually. They are setting up now with a nice boost from Garone. He's looking towards the likely spots that somebody from myXMG would be holding, but he's not lucky in this case. He's not going to find anybody.
Well, here comes the first one from Disturbed. It's going to rain right down. That's almost perfect. Yeah, now Hunden has to move up. Can they get in for the pipe? SMF has a Molotov of its own. There's only 25 seconds. They have to run through the fire. And they're kind of hesitating. I don't blame them. Now they're finally going to go through, and they get completely slaughtered. Disturbed coming through and going down, and that's basically 3D Max leaving themselves very, very little time to actually try and get in there. And when they finally went, the Molotov just got them shut down, and obviously this is the narrowest chokehold you can, or the choke point you could possibly imagine, and they all get slaughtered. So a bit of a turnaround from the one round where they just won it on an eco to now being shut down with full rifles.
Yeah, full rifles as well. And really walking into like pretty much the worst position as well because of that crossfire between MSL and SMF. That couldn't have worked better for myXMG. MSL draws the attention of 3D Max as they come through the smoke, and SMF is just there to step into their face with a full M4 and spray them down. Now Asilian's in a bit of a clever spot here, boosted up. He's right on the edge of Picnic. Does he actually hit the right timing, though? There's 3 guys waiting around the corner.
Oh, he takes one, and it instantly retreated on, but there's a lot more people here. Freeze going to pick off one, runs back into Reflex, and now they've actually lost the A-bomb site. Hunden is over on long, and he might be able to pick up a kill, but he's got to be careful because Natsu's also behind him somewhere, so he himself is weirdly trapped, and he's got to realize this in a few seconds. Natsu making a lot of noise, but he's going to catch Hunden right there with a good headshot, and now it's down to SMF and MSL here. Looking good for 3D Max once again.
It's so tough to predict now, basically, because SMF is already here on position. He's actually going to smoke off the site as well. Give a little bit of a helping hand, try and take a peek, and he's going to find X out with that AWP. MSL takes out Natu as well, and just like that, 30 seconds left on this clock, and Reflex is the only man alive left for 3D Max.
I actually just assumed Natu would get that bomb down immediately. Looked like he was there in time for it, but now Reflex. How do you get out of this one? He does pick it up, and he fakes it once. He really wants to pick up a free kill. He wants the one-on-one situation before he commits to it. But now when he clicks, he has to hold it down. They know it. They're going to come charging in. And he does get the bomb plant down. Looks for another opening here. He misses the no-scope. And that is a near-unwinnable situation, really. But a good job. I mean, 3D Max, they kill 3 members. They get the bomb down still. They can't quite buy in this round unless they really are anxious to force up here. So it is going to be a little bit tricky, but still pretty impressed by the Finns. This is not too bad. 5-1. Considering they lost the pistol, they have a good chance of making a lot more out of this, I think.
They're still kind of floating on the edge. And what is that buy? Natu. Did he really just buy that?
He bought a Tech 9 and a P. I think that was a mistake. I think he
That's gotta be.
Yeah, I think he wanted to buy Tech 9 and a couple of grenades.
That's gotta be. What are you gonna get a Pro 94 when you don't even have Kevlar? The
good news is that Semler and I do matchmake a fair bit with Natsu, so we have a chance to make fun of him later, which is good, which is always enjoyable. Yeah, well, Reflex goes down early on. Freeze, he did spot the elbow of someone there, and actually a lot of people coming. They want to get in here, and Natsu anxious to try and see if he can make this P90 work, in spite of it obviously being a bit of a failed buy. If it pays for itself, maybe it'll be worth it.
One hopes. I mean, he's definitely crossing his fingers right now, having a little bit of extra firepower, but he instantly gets taken out by Asilian. Freeze was there with the crossfire as well with that AWP. And just like that, 3D Max, there isn't a lot of hope for them to get onto this site, especially now that the bomb has been dropped out in the middle of nowhere. It's down to Caron now with 4 HP left. Last man alive here for 3D Max. On the wrong side of the smoke, on the wrong side of the bomb site. On the wrong team at this point. It's not looking too hot for him.
Now, finally, an anti-eco round that actually works out well for myXMG, unlike the previous ones where they've lost one of them and almost lost a couple more. Good sort of cohesion in the top of the field for myXMGs. They got 3 members on 7 kills each. Different death ratio and different assists, but still pretty good stuff overall. Disturbed yet to pick up a kill. He's almost dropping a 007. In fact, he has to get a kill this round to avoid that. He's got a lot of equipment for it, so we'll see if that's going to be successful or not. Asilian wanting to push up, but is quickly going to be grenaded back. And 3D Max get some nice control down here towards the playground and just going to be moving up all across the map, essentially.
And good spread here by 3D Max, actually. They really want to try and catch any funny business from myXMG, because myXMG have shown that they're not afraid to be pushing around on the map. You know, throwing their weight around, trying to lurk in corners like Asilian, Freeze pushing up to mid with the AWP, these sorts of things. 3D Max are looking to punish. But right now, myXMG playing this very carefully as well. Not really poking out too far, not really giving 3D Max the opportunity to get an easy entry frag. And that's what it's all about at this point. Making sure that 3D Max, they have to struggle and waste so much time clearing out every angle.
Freeze, he's so close to spotting them. MSL goes down, though, and that actually might just change their minds a little bit here. Are they still going to go for the A-bomb site? There are a couple of people here. Asilian instantly going to get Molotov, has to move just a tiny bit. Hunden on the other side. And there's 35 seconds left. They are eventually going to end up at this bomb site. Smoke goes down, counter smoke from Asilian. Backup should be called for here for myXMG, but they're not quite sure what's going on. A lot of flashbangs rain through. Asilian goes down. And Hunden comes in with a return kill. Bomb is planted.
And they've taken advantage of that new plant position as well. 3D Max are really abusing that, not needing to go onto the site fully to be able to put that bomb down. So now all of a sudden, they can actually back off and really make myXMG come hunting for them. The Molotov on the bomb, preventing the defuse. This is sick from the Finns.
This is so good. Yeah, the Danes are just going to run away. Well played, 3D Max, saving that one Molotov. Absolutely perfect. The only way that's going to backfire is if somebody from the CT side has somehow saved a smoke grenade and they can extinguish it, but that's not going to be the case this time around. I think Asilian was kind of... I think MSL... No, sorry, MSL went down to B, but I think his teammate, I think it was Hunden over here by the bank, I think he kind of left Asilian in an awkward position because he's supposed to be holding here, and when he wasn't, one of the 3D Max members kind of snuck through the smoke and got the kill on in from that angle. So it ended up being a little bit weird.
This was also a good fake, though, from 3D Max. Just you know, Asilian, I believe, was out of position due to the fake that was coming in on the B site. And myXMG kind of rotating a little bit too fast. And 3D Max chose that moment of hesitation from myXMG to strike to that A site. So timing worked out perfectly for 3D Max. And from there, it's really difficult to recover if you're myXMG, right? So 3D Max, man, again, they do manage to actually pick up an entry. Disturbed. Takes out Freeze.
That was some ridiculous level play coming out from the stud. We were just riding him as well. Oh, but they walk right in front of Hunden, and he nearly gets a double. Asilian goes down, though, and right now 3D Max just getting all the really good entry frags. Disturbed, responsible for 2 of them. He was almost at a 007. Now he's actually back in the game with 3 kills, so things are looking a lot better now. It's going to be SMF waiting right here, and he's going to take down Disturbed. Now it's a 2-on-3. It's still not over for myXMG, and they really can't afford to lose this round. They have to stay in the game. If they lose now, well, SMF has enough of a bank that they could probably force, but it's not going to be fun.
No, it certainly isn't. I mean, it's going to be cutting it very close, but that was a very nice round there by 3D Max, actually making the call to go to the B site. Not going to stop MSL from picking up a nice frag on Caron, though, so now into a 2-on-2. MSL still somewhat exposed, but 3D Max not really giving him a lot of space to work with.
They want to find Exart here, and they are going to be able to, but SMF goes down, and now there's almost no chance. MSL's so close, he takes the 1 kill, has no idea where Reflex is, and he fakes it once. Should be an easy kill coming in here from Reflex. He's playing very patiently, and he just spots it to make sure nothing's happening. Just extremely well played, and really disciplined work coming out from Reflex. Going to survive the round as well, and 3D Max, well, that is now a 3rd round on the board for them.
Now, you know, we were talking about how difficult it is, right? To be able to pick up a 3 to 4, I mean, buy rounds, back-to-back buy rounds as T side. It's a real task when it comes down to it, especially if you don't have that pistol to give you a couple of easy, you know, anti-eco rounds to build off of. So 3D Max, the fact that they're actually making it work with some sick mid-round calls, this is wonderful to watch. Now it's myXMG who are the ones who are going to be really struggling. Their backs are to the wall at this point. They've used up all of their bank. They really need to lock down 3D Max here and now.
MSL, well, they're back to the same positions, but they're holding a little bit differently over here. Asilian actually being shot right through the tree, and he's going to need a little bit of help here, and Freeze misses the shot. Again, the orb at this range, that's where you're really supposed to pick up those kills.
That's supposed to be a guarantee. That's how that whole setup is supposed to work. At that point, it should be Freeze who's saving Asilian, not Asilian who has to just YOLO out into the middle of nowhere and sacrifice himself. If Asilian sacrifices himself in that scenario, Freeze has to get the kill. So that's a bit of a mistake there coming out from myXMG. 3D Max pouncing on the opportunity. They pick up another frag. It's going to be Xart. So now where do they go? 3D Max have all the options.
I still think the A bomb side is the place to be for them, although Natu is making his way down connected with the bomb, so maybe he's got a different idea in mind. He wants to make sure that no one's here while the rest of his team's pushing in. Hunden will pick up 1 kill, and they clear out MSL, and that's the B bomb site lost immediately. So, again, just a very smart, very intelligent play coming out from 3D Max. Smokes off as well. Freeze goes down, and it's all up to Hunden. Almost no chance. He can't even make it out. Disturbed is waiting for him. And 3D Max now have to eco. This is looking good. Oh, sorry, myXMG have to eco. This is looking really good for the Finnish team.
Yeah, just like that. For some reason, I can't bring up the consecutive rounds, but just like that, 3D Max are able to actually run it back.
It's 3 in a row for them right now.
That is it. Okay, so it is 3 in a row. I just wanted to confirm that before saying it out loud, because sometimes my brain plays tricks on me. But yeah, still, 3 back-to-back rounds. myXMG on eco. 3D Max now can pick up 5, if not 6 rounds. That's a huge performance on their T side. Buy rounds as well. No pistol. They're doing this with rifles. That is insanely difficult.
And they got that 1 eco round in the mix as well, which I think myXMG are going to be regretting horribly that they let that round go. So it's a strong performance right now for the Finnish team. Xart, a little bit of trouble, but he's got some backup with him there. I think Reflex is down there, so it's not too bad in the end. Karon going to run into Asilian, pick up that first kill. He spotted up Freeze as well, and they're just playing well together. He doesn't even re-engage in that fight until he realizes his teammate's there.
Yes, but there's another one. It's a stack in the connector. SMF takes out Natu. 3D Max have got to be wondering what the hell is going on. Hunden will find one in MSL as well. And just like that, myXMG, they've got a man advantage and an AK to work with as well now on MSL.
Oh no.
3D Max never saw that coming.
If they run A right now, Hunden puts up a smoke. He's got the C set 75 with still 12 bullets here in the magazine. This is going to be... Oh, this is going to be really tricky. If they lose one more person, that could just be it. He spots the shadow. He takes the kill as well. MSL waiting at the edge. And that's an eco round win for myXMG. You're right, Semler. The stack going on down in Connect are just too much to handle. That's a huge upset.
That is a sick call for myXMG to make. 3D Max likely, I mean, rightly so. You kill 2 guys in Connector, you're like, okay, that's probably the 2 guys who are playing Sewer. You know, they're probably going to be 2 on A now, right? You start focusing on that. 3D Max just going through the motions. But for there to be another 2 guys to come in and flank you with CZs from Connector, that's just huge. That is a sick call for myXMG to make, and it works wonders. Now they get an eco round win, so their money is going to be somewhat replenished, actually still fairly low. But still, you know, they get a little bit of breathing room.
Grenade in there. Good headshot on SMF is going to force him, or should force him back a little bit. myXMG should be gunning to make this 11-4 right now. That should be there. They should be feeling like that's very possible, an 11-4 scoreline.
Absolutely. Nice headshot there onto Xart, but MSL keeps his cool. And there's Karon. Now, can they know that MSL is going to be stuck down in this corner now, so can 3D Max take advantage of the scenario, of the situation? It comes down to Natu. He's holding on short. He has to realize he's got him boxed in right now. But there's the steps, and he's going to be able to make it out.
Oh, man. Hunden spots out one, knows more are coming, drops the bomb, and that's a lot of information now gained. Freeze up on the high ground here with the AWP. Can they just get the bomb down? That'd be a good start. Freeze will finally land a shot up here. And Karon right by that pillar. If he takes one step to the right, he might end up going down. Freeze now covering it. Karon has been spotted. That's now a triple kill for him. Looking for a little bit more. 3 bullets left, and he can't pick up the last kills there. A little bit much to handle at the end. And, I mean, a lot of damage being dished out by 3D Max with just these SEDs. myXMG actually looking quite shaky here, so maybe 11-4 is still not that easy.
It's, no, definitely not. I mean, I'm not counting 3D Max out until it's 15 rounds on the board at this point. They're playing so very well right now. myXMG as well, though Freeze is looking a little bit shaky with that AWP, but that's kind of like what we were saying going into this. He's got 6 frags right now with that off, and he's had it for most of the half. So we need to see more out of him, really. He needs to be just locking down sites.
That should have been so good. SMF picked up the first 2 kills, but now look at it. Reflex running into the bomb site, takes down Hunden and also Karon with a double kill. This should have been so much better, and it just ended up not being shot through Freeze as well, but the grenade, it lands, and it kills Xart. Karon going to be left 1-on-2 here, and he's trapped in a corner, goes down. Freeze with a very good retake there. That shot that lands right through Cudge, the edge of the box. You can still see the bullet hole there. That's what hit Xart and eventually caused him to explode. That's a scary retake that almost didn't work out, but at the end, it's just enough.
So close. But again, Freeze didn't get those kills with ops, right?
No, it's not the op for some reason. I mean, he's also at the bottom of the scoreboard. He really hasn't been very impressive with the AWP at all. So, I mean, and you did say this earlier on. Sometimes he's on fire with it, and sometimes it's a little bit more like this.
It's a bit of a Delpan sort of thing. But I'm just goofing around as well, guys. Don't worry. Freeze, those are high impact kills, and at the end of the day, he got them. So there you have it, right? myXMG now on 9 rounds, 2 rounds left in this half, and 3D Max currently ecoing for that last round. Hail Mary. Question is now, can they actually get the job done here? Can they get a bomb plant in this scenario? That would be huge for 3D Max.
Yeah, it definitely would. And actually, they're doing a pretty fine job indeed. The Grenadier in here, oh, it's going to be a touchdown grenade as well, and Karon is down. Very unfortunate. Xart can't even get the pistol out in time. They get the bomb plant, and they should have plenty of money actually going into the last round. They can buy whatever they want at this point. So 10-4. This could have been like 9-6, or maybe even more than 6 rounds for 3D Max if things have gone just a little bit differently for the Finnish team. But I mean, 4 rounds might be enough.
It might be. I mean, they can still pick up a 5th one here as well. But 4 rounds is still, it feels like that should be enough, all things considered. The big thing here, however, is there has to be a lot of pressure on 3D Max because I don't think that they're really up to snuff on Cobble. So Overpass is their pick. It's their map. They pretty much need to win this map because myXMG are going to be very scary on Cobble.
Freeze actually saw that jump coming from Karon. He's been doing it every round, so but still not just quite quick enough on the trigger. Now they're going to be boosting up. Look at this cool boost from Freeze. This is actually very smart. I love this, except are they going to be counter boosted? Can he spot him from here? Just load this up. I think he could actually spot Freeze if he moves in the right direction, but Freeze picks up a kill anyway from that boost. And things aren't looking good for 3D Max right now.
No, that's really rough. And now the fresh smoke goes down at the entry to A. It's going to burn more time off this clock here for 3D Max. Might as well go make a sandwich and come back later. I mean, you need to find a shot like that. You need to find a shot like that to bring it back. Well done, Xart.
Very important right now. They do have the Molotovs as well, so, I mean, Freeze's position could end up simply being burned out if they land the right Molotov in there. Put him out of the game for just a little while. Counter smoke's going off as well. Look at the time. There's so little time left right now. 20 seconds, and they are not putting down the bomb yet. And once they do, Freeze actually has a Molotov as well, so this could get ugly. But he has to stay in the bomb site. Are they going to realize it? Molotov goes down, but it's extinguished as well. The bomb being planted. Freeze missing the shot. It looked like it was dead on. And now that's going to be the bomb plant. 3-on-3 retakes. What's in store for myXMG? What a round so far.
This is brilliant. That play there from 3D Max. I mean, again, abusing the new bomb plant positions just so far out there. Freeze can't quite stop it. And now all 3 members here from myXMG gathered up, trying to overlap the fields of fire, and they're going to take the battle. SMF will take out Natu. It's Xart trying to have an impact. It's going to be Reflex and Xart in the crossfire, and it's down to Freeze now. Last man alive, but he can't get the job done. Xart will pop around the corner and get him, well, taken out, rather. And now, well, they get 5 rounds on the board, Anders. That's enough.
Oh, it's definitely enough. I have no idea how Freeze didn't hit that shot through the smoke. It looked like it was dead on the guy defusing or the putting down the bomb. But actually, sometimes when you're putting down the bomb, the hitboxes do really weird things. So I don't know if that's what came into play, but overall, yeah, 3D Max getting, I think, almost all of their rounds in the A bomb site with that one plant, with the new plant up here. So really good stuff from 3D Max. Just doing the homework, learning the changes to the map. That is one of the changes. The other one, obviously is the addition of this wall right here, where now you can't so easily look over, and also the fact that the stairwell here by CT spawn is sort of gone, and now you have to sort of jump up. You can still get up, but it's a little bit different. Now, second half is coming up here. It's the first map, ladies and gentlemen. It's the ESL Pro Series. So thank you for tuning in here. Of course, I'm Anders Whitney Similar, and we're usually on Room on Fire, but now we're on loan to ESL, and we're having a good time casting these games. And it's a best of 3, so I mean, it's not over even after this map.
Oh, there's still plenty more good CS to come. And this is pretty much delivering here as far as this best of 3 is concerned. Very evenly matched teams going at it right now. So this is everything we could hope for. This is going to be the second round pistol now, and there's some nades picked up on myXMG. Hunden, as we can see, double flash and a smoke, and a Cillian smoke Molotov. So I'm liking this. They have some options here, myXMG.
Yeah, I'm kind of liking it from 3D Max too. They have a couple of grenades as well, just to be able to buy time. Looked like the Danish team wanted to rush in, but instantly the smoke from Disturbed cuts them up. Now there's a bit of a fake going on over at A, but part of the fake is gone, and now 3D Max, they got 3 people here. They're rotating out. Oh no, that's a big mistake. Reflex is going to be the only one left. Oh, 3D Max, if they lose the round because of this, that will be heartbreaking. And Reflex goes down. That's the wrong time to leave the bomb site. Bomb being planted as we speak, and 3D Max with a critical error.
Critical, it's going to cost them, but they still managed to get a 1-for-1 trade there. Now rotating in, they're starting to run out of time. They need to get these kills in, but Caron manages to find SMF. Caron coming alive. He gets 2 and makes the 3. Single-handedly clears up the site. And with time for the defuse as well. How do they actually do that? They recover from getting locked out of their own site, and they still manage to walk back in and get control again.
They did that, first of all, because Caron got a really sick shot on the guy jumping by the truck, but also because myXMG were just a little bit too happy re-peeking. I mean, even the jumping to begin with, I understand why he did it, because he wants to see if someone is going to take the jump up and getting ready to retake, but yeah, they didn't play for time. They essentially played to get the kills. So 3D Max retaking the bomb site right there, and Caron with a really excellent headshot to start it off with. That was wonderful.
He's capable. That's what he's capable of. Scary beast. But now not too disturbed. Bit of a brawl, actually, over at the B site. XR steps in and gets 2 kills. 2 crucial kills, in fact. Hunden's still alive. Not quite able to get this bomb plant, but he's still able to inflict damage. XR is now taken out. It's Caron who finally gets rid of him, but that is a very expensive round there for 3D Max.
It is, and the bomb, when it dropped, instead of dropping right where the player sort of died, it actually bounced around the corner, which meant that Hunden couldn't pick it up. He would have been spotted from upper. So I think if the bomb had dropped in right in front of the box here, he probably would have been able to pick it up and just instantly put it down. But that wasn't going to be the case. Still, myXMG can buy here. See if they can do some real damage to 3D Max. Actually pushing up quite aggressively, picking up the first kill here. A Cillian with a good return, but he is going to go down as well. Caron, no more bullets. Otherwise, I think he would have got that kill on SMF. So now, a lot of even trading going on, and this is definitely going to favor the myXMG team. As long as they can keep Natu alive here. He wants to close the door. He's a gentleman at least, and he's going to make it out alive so far. Wallbang through! Oh, no! SMF! We've got to be joking. That's upsetting.
Why not to? Well, obviously to try and mess up the timing, but then SMF gets the perfect timing to cut him off at short. That was sick. That was a real battle. That was a brutal war that happened over on that B side, and then mid just clobbering each other. And now all of a sudden we're to a 2-on-2. Where do we go from here, though? Because Disturbed is now looking at Sniper, so he's got eyes on that B site, and he's not too far away to rotate onto A. That's the crucial part here.
The big thing is, myXMG have 2 smokes left, so if Disturbed doesn't land a straight headshot, he's not going to do anything at all from this position. And even worse, when they go down, there's going to be another smoke waiting. Where is that smoke? Should be coming in. There's one. They're saving the other one. Running for the smoke. Freeze actually goes down. The smoke for upper is at least down, and SMF, he's going to get the kill, but the smoke, they never got to use it. They never put down the smoke for upper. That's what lost them the round, essentially. 3D Max would have been in an awful position if they'd put 1 down, smoke down low like they did, and 1 smoke upper and just put the bomb down and held. Oh, man. myXMG giving them a little bit here.
Yeah, they you know, smoking kills, Anders. They wanted to say no. But look what happens.
That's really big. That was their one ace up the sleeve. They could have just walked into the site and made 3D Max completely useless. Wow.
Yeah, although, I mean, There was also a touch of the dramatic there from Disturbed as well, just going full on like Superman punch through the smoke right there, right? So that was also a really sick kill from Disturbed. myXMG, if he goes jumping through there, they need to get that kill because that's what the whole smoke is about, right? If they come through, they die. Disturbed getting that kill is pretty much, it's spinning out of control there for myXMG. So, again, 3D Max, a bit of a wink, but they get the job done. Now a Force Spy coming up from myXMG, and they actually get the entry frag on Reflex and do a lot of damage to Corone. So this is actually looking really good here for the Danes.
He's so low, and he is going to go down. Very, very good double entry right now, leaving the Finns in an awkward position. But we've seen this before, and somehow it feels like the Danish team, they managed to throw it away anyway. So I'm not going to be celebrating just yet on behalf of myXMG. We need to see them actually... Oh! He saw that. He definitely saw that. SMF, the gun barrel peeking through from Natsu. He's not going to shoot through. Doesn't want people accusing him of wall hacking, which wasn't the case. Oh, man. That is scary. That's something you got to be careful with. If SMF had just held down mouse 1, then that probably would have been a kill instantly. But I think they know anyway. They can just go and pick off Natsu here if they're quick enough. That's exactly what they're doing. Oh, that's so smart. A completely flawless round so far for myXMG. Xart going to be the only one to retaliate with a kill. That's devastating.
They're actually running in there.
The fact that the gun barrel pushed through the wall like that, that just basically lost the round for 3D Max. That was a big deal.
Natsu in a really tough spot there, you're right. But Xart, he's still getting some exits. The problem is now, I mean, this is the right play from myXMG. They know exactly where Xart is. They should be hunting to get this gun off of him. They'd want to make sure that they're spending money in the next round, but Xart is making it so expensive. Acilia now reloading. Okay, he finishes just in time to land the shot, and there we go. Xart is taken out. So no save for 3D Max. myXMG, like, that was kind of... I mean, it was a 3-on-5 situation still, Anders, you know? So, like, okay, they do spot it, and they do, you know, SMF gets some crucial info as to where Natsu was. That was still a round for myXMG to lose, essentially, at that point. It
was. I agree. I absolutely agree. It definitely was. But that gave an incredible amount of information. I thought for a moment that SMF would just, like, try and spray through at some point, but obviously they could just wait and bring up a couple of people for the pipe, and there's nothing Natsu could do about it from that position. So now they are going to try for a clever boost that we've seen before Virtus Pro doing a couple of times, where you can actually look from the outside into the connector through these tiny windows. But no one is currently here for myXMG, and it is an eco round coming out from 3D Max.
Yeah, they might actually work their way back around here, however. It's looking like it might be likely. Hunden is just putting shots through, trying to get info, but are we actually going to see this work? Disturbed, he's just waiting patiently. That shot through the tin might have given it away here. Does Asilian commit? No, he doesn't! Why are you toying with us like this, myXMG?
Oh, it would have been beautiful. I really wanted that to happen, because it's so much fun to see. Now, they are going to be walking into the A-bomb side instead, where Caron, the monster from a couple of rounds ago, has the C set right at the edge here. Let's see if the Danish team can make their way through. Flashbangs in. MSL already making the way past, and it's looking quite good now to adding some good headshot with their USPS, but maybe it's not enough here. It is a 2-on-2, though, and actually the bomb only now just going down.
Right outside, Xart on the edge, catches Freeze with the smoke in hand. Freeze is now gone. It's going to be down to Asilian, and Xart seems to have a good idea of where he's playing from. Smoke to go off in bank harvest. That might actually cost them here. Disturbed is going to peek that corner, and they run in both together. One spray from Asilian takes both 3D Max members out, and that's just unfortunate for the Finns.
I mean, you know, style is important. You want to have, you know, you want to synchronize your push when you do it, so make it look pretty, so that the judges will give you some nice marks. But that definitely was kind of a free meal for Asilian. So a little bit lucky on his part, maybe, but he'll take that anyway. They've been unlucky as well, so we'll see. Flashbangs rain up here as myXMG are pretty aggressive early on in the round, trying to see if they can catch anyone from 3D Max who are falling back rapidly to the A-bomb side. Don't want to take the fight for too long over here.
Yeah, but I do like that 3D Max are trying to poke around as well, put up a little bit of a fight in mid, and not let myXMG get too comfortable early on. So there is that as well. You know, it's a bit of a balance between the two. 3D Max right now, though, they are definitely, I mean, they're toeing the line. They're broke. myXMG are broke as well. This is a key round now, Anders, for both of these teams. The one who wins it is going to get a lot of momentum now throughout the rest of the half.
Smokes go off as well. I think it's going to be on Karan in the background. He has to pick up a lot of kills right now, and that's only going to be the one so far. Exart can't see a thing through the smoke. The bomb should be going down any second now. And there it is. There is currently no kit picked up on 3D Max. This retake has to be swift, otherwise it's not going to happen at all. And they get the 2 entry frags again. myXMG just kind of rushing through and going on the aggressive when they shouldn't be. MSL the only one left here in a 1-on-4, and he's waiting at the edge. This is some genius level ninja play. He picks up 1, he picks up 2, goes for more. MSL picks up 4 kills and is now hiding in the corner. He goes down. And now 2. Is there enough time? I don't think there is.
There's not enough time for this.
Oh, I think... No, he's going to have to run. MSL, he won the round. That was absolutely brilliant.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is why you DM. Like, right there, the pure example of just multiple targets running in front of you, you keeping your cool, not spraying like a madman, just taking your time, lining up the shots, and getting the job done for your team. That is basically play of the night right there. And he even gets Natu, who didn't have a kit, who stays on the bomb. So he didn't get the kill, but he still kills him anyway with the bomb. So 3D Max ecoing hard. That is just a brutal loss for 3D Max, especially after myXMG practically gifted them the round, throwing themselves into CT spawn like that. Yeah, that was really odd.
Oh no, what's happening? They're actually going down into the connector where all of 3D Max are set up, but they're still winning the battle right now. 2-on-4. Looked like they were walking right into a trap that was set by the Finns, but somehow the Danish team managed to fight their way out. Now they can just walk in clean and get the bomb down. I do think you're right, though. I think myXMG had a big lead just putting the bomb down, and then I think Freeze set up that... He almost sort of lemming down towards where the CTs were holding. And then the more people followed him, because that's what lemmings do, and the rest of myXMG were like, all right, cool, I guess we're jumping over the ledge, guys. We're all in. And they almost lost it. MSL, the only one with some common sense left, and said, no. Let's just play cool.
See, MSL is the one when his mom said, you know, if your friends drop off a bridge, are you gonna do it too? He was like, yeah, no, mom, I won't. Yeah, don't worry.
Have you seen my friends? No, of course I'm not gonna do that. Well, they do win this round, and it's 14-8. It's getting scarily close to 3D Max. I'd say there's still a pretty decent chance they can come back and win this game, but they can't make any more mistakes now. Now they really have to shut down myXMG and keep them out of the bomb sites.
Essentially, I mean, it's do or die time here for the Finns, and it really is going to be do or die when it comes to Cobblestone as well, which is coming up next. So, big plays here. We're expecting big plays from 3D Max. What happens now? As far as myXMG are concerned, they have to be feeling very confident at this point because everything seems to be going their way. I mean, even if it's just so close, they're still getting the job done one round at a time.
Action about to pop off pretty much all over the map. I think Reflex is going to be spotting Freeze here, and that's a good opening kill. Freeze playing the exact same role that Reflex was playing when he was on this terror side, of just checking to see that no one's going to flank and maybe get a bit of map control back, and Reflex is winning the battle this time around. So it's a good entry frag, and now they can afford to play it a lot safer if they want to.
Yeah, now they can really basically burn time off this clock. myXMG now have to check all the angles, make sure that everything is clear in mid so that they can set up if they want to go towards that A site. Bomb is going to be making its way back through connector, or is it actually just going to be floating? They could be trying to sell a fake here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. It seems like they still have 2 people down at Sura, and I think you're exactly right, Sumler. Yeah, they are going back down. So Cillian is going to stick around to really sell the fake, but I think 3D Max, no, they're wise to what's going on. SMF is going to get the headshot undisturbed. He needs a lot more right now. myXMG have got to do this quick, otherwise backup's going to be coming. Cillian will pick up 1 kill. Natu still inside this bomb site, and he's going to go down. And that might be it here. Now it's a 2-on-2, but SMF is solo. There's almost no time left. Reflex, he can just walk through here, and there's going to be no chance at all.
No, he's got it.
Yeah, he's got the plant here, but look at the health.
Wow, and Reflex, the patience on this guy. He doesn't even have a kit right now, Reflex. He really doesn't have much time to waste.
Oh, this is so scary. He holds it down. He keeps holding. SMF walks in, and it's a shot. It's a quad kill for SMF. He ends up almost being top fragger, just outdone by MSL, and that's a round that myXMG shouldn't have won, I think. That was, I mean, that smoke did wonders, and just to point this out, that's the smoke they didn't throw last time around up to the sniper spot. Did a whole lot, and I don't think Reflex realized how low health SMF was on then. What a round.
Yeah, exactly right. You know, Reflex really trying to play it cool, play it patient, but when you don't have a kit, I'm not sure if that's can be the right approach. And if it is, I mean, you have to just land that shot perfectly. myXMG, though, playing it really well. And now they're on map point, rather. First map here, this best of 3. MSL starting it off strong, taking out Reflex as well. When 3D Max are on a force buy, so they can afford to give no edge to myXMG here. They have to hold perfectly, and it's just not happening.
Oh, do they have this boost going on again? They do. Natu's waiting down here, looking through. This would be exactly the kind of gift that 3D Max need right now. Just a couple of myXMG members going down here, but once again, right at the edge of doing it, they walk back in instead. Corona and Disturbed, they've got FAMASIS here to try and cover it, and Disturbed has, well, a couple of flashbangs, and Corona has an HE grenade. This is definitely not going to be easy, especially because I think Cillian's going to throw this Molotov right around where Disturbed is holding. Charging in, Corona goes down, Disturbed hiding in the corner, it's a very good entry, the bomb, oh, it's the wrong angle, and Disturbed goes down. I think the Danes may have just done it. 2-on-5 retake somewhere.
It's not looking too hot here for the Finns, that's for sure. XR and Natu working together, trying to close in, but fresh smokes go down to block off Bank. That's not going to help things here for Natu. He's trying to find a gap, some way to look through, but he's going to go for the Grandma Flash and just run right through, right into MSL. Who just pulls the trigger with 3 HP and gets a double kill to close out the first map. 16-8 for myXMG. And both sides, actually, just stellar play. myXMG, they gave away a couple too many rounds, or a few too many rounds in the first half, but their T half just looked perfect. 3D Max were never able to get much money going for themselves. They couldn't get like a Scar 20. They couldn't get an AWP for XArt, and that's when things start to fall apart.
Oh man, that's upsetting. I really thought that 3D Max were going to be able to pull out a lot more here than they eventually did. But myXMG, I mean, actually, I think both teams made a lot of weird mistakes. But the good thing is it was a really entertaining match. So I'm glad that we can announce that Cobblestone is going to be the next map, guys. It's a best of 3, so 3D Max are not out of it yet. They're going to keep fighting, and we will be back right after a pretty quick commercial break. It will be just about 5 minutes, guys. So don't get lost too long, and we'll be right back. So stay tuned.